Hi guys, so I'm recording the video for the next two questions that Mihir wasn't able to cover. I know it might be a little too late to record and upload the video, but still I think maybe if you had some doubts regarding those questions, those will be solved. So let's quickly get into the questions. So this question was discussed by Mihir yesterday, this one. To the next question. Um, Two other questions were discussed in class and I'll take those two. So one important thing to notice is that whenever you are trying to do any kind of decision making question, please make sure that you get the logic of the thing. The logic is basically to find out the contribution per unit of limiting factor. So in the pre-midterm, you must have noticed how to calculate contribution for any product. So for example here, we have deluxe and super. So first step you have to do is to calculate the contribution uh, per unit of that product. Next, you have to find out which is the limiting factor in that question. So for example, here I think the limiting factor is machine hour. So then you have found the contribution per unit, then you divide that with the per unit of that limiting factor. So machine hour here. So you divide that with the number of machine hours for 1 unit of that commodity, and you'll get the contribution per limiting factor. Now, whichever has the higher contribution, you produce that. So let me quickly go through this question. So selling price is given, direct material, direct labor, variable manufacturing overhead, fixed manufacturing overhead, marketing, all variable, and total cost. Okay, so this is given. So firstly, you need to calculate the contribution. How will you calculate the contribution? Selling price minus variable cost. So selling price minus variable cost is this one, and this, and marketing. So if you deduct all these from 100, you will get contribution for deluxe 1 unit of deluxe. Similarly, you have to calculate the contribution for 1 unit of super. Okay, so I think that is been done. So if I total this, it comes to 82, and if I total these except the fixed cost, it comes to 60.5. Okay, so if I deduct this from the selling price, I'll get the contribution for that product. And now it says that for 1 unit of manufacturing overhead, so manufacturing overhead, this one uses 10 and 5. So that's how you determine how many. It does not actually say that how much, like how many units of contribution of fixed manufacturing overhead. It's written over here, allocation on the basis of machine hour. Okay, so that I know that here it says that has enough to produce either deluxe or super. So it's my limiting factor, and it says it's based on machine hour, so it's in the same ratio of machine hour. So 2:1 is my machine hour rate. So I divide this by 2 and 1, and then I see it's 9 is the contribution per machine hour in case of deluxe, and 9.5 is the contribution per machine hour of super. Okay, so whichever has the higher contribution, in that we will produce that as a priority. And if there is something like if there are some units of machine hours left, we can then make deluxe. Okay, so in this case, I'll prefer to make super with 100% capacity. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Maybe I'll talk about the second question also in the same question, so that it saves time for you and me as well. Okay. So let's move on to the next question. This was a more important question regarding Mother Dairy. So it says that Mother Dairy makes specialty cheeses, soft cheese, which requires 1 kg of soft cheese requires 80, gives you 80 rupees contribution, and requires 4 liters of milk. And it has to produce 2000 kgs of hard cheese. Uh, a restaurant has given it the order. Okay. Now this is given that to produce 1 unit of hard cheese, you need 10 liters of milk. This is the variable labor and variable manufacturing overhead. Fixed is not really relevant for now, and total manufacturing cost. So first question that is asked to me, suppose Mother Dairy can make, like if milk is not a limiting factor, what is the minimum price per kg? So yesterday I uploaded a video where I talked about the minimum price per kg. So when you calculate the minimum price per kg, you have to take the variable costs. Okay, you can't take the fixed cost. If you have sufficient capacity, don't take the fixed cost or any margin which is given. So over here, what is my variable cost? So 300 plus 80 plus 40. So this gives me 420. This variable portion is my minimum price. I will not include the fixed overheads here. So if you see the answer, it's 420. Now, second question says that milk is in short supply. So milk is a limiting factor. Every kg of hard cheese produces every kg of hard cheese will reduce the soft cheese. So if I produce 1 kg of hard cheese, I will have to sacrifice on the soft cheese. So now it's saying that what is the minimum price per kg. So if your um, if there is a limiting factor and if there is a capacity constraint or a supply constraint, what you have to do is you will take 420 because 420 is the minimum price. Now in addition to 420, you are losing out on the contribution as well. Okay, so let's say you have an exam today. Okay, one is your costing exam, one is your exam. Now if you study and your time is limited, and if you study for costing, you lose out on marks. So not only are you that time lost in the exam, that is also something that you will add to the cost. So let me explain over here. So if you make if you make 1 kg of hard cheese, you'll lose on like soft cheese as well. Okay, so here what sir has done is that for 1 kg of soft cheese you earn 80 rupees of contribution, and to make 1 kg of hard soft cheese you need 4 kgs of milk. Okay, so per kg how much? So you make 80 rupees contribution you make using 4 kgs of 4 liters of milk. So per liter of milk you can calculate this as equal to 80 divided by 4. So it gives you 20 rupees per liter of milk is the contribution lost. Now to make 1 kg of hard cheese you need 10 liters of milk. So 10 liters into 20 rupees per liter will give you 200 contribution lost. Now if you add that 200 to my 420 which was showing earlier, so that 420 plus 200 gives you 620. Now how sir has said it is like um, for your 1 kg of soft cheese you need 4 liters of milk. For 1 liter of hard cheese you need 10 liters of milk. So you need 2.5 times the number of um, amount of milk. Okay, so you multiply that 2.5 into 80, you'll get 200. Okay, my process is 80 is my contribution, divide that by number of liters of milk that is being used to make that 80 rupees. So for every liter of milk that I use I earn 20 rupees. I will not be earning that, so I am using 10 liters of milk to make 1 liter of 1 kg of hard cheese. So I'll add that 20 into 10 which gives me 200. So I'll add that 200. I hope this part is clear. Sorry for making this video so late, but I think it will still help, and best of luck for the exam.